Brenda Quintana coming to you from the Beehive. Today I'm going to show you how to make a cute birthday card using the Petite Petals Punch and the Flower Patch stamp set and the 2013-2015 in colors that will be retiring soon. Now this card is not hard to make, but I'm going to show you a little tip that will make stamping this card and aligning the stems and the greeting so much easier. So let me show you how to do that. Okay, to start off with, we're going to need the Whisper White note cards and envelopes. I'm going to take out a note card right now. And if you don't have one of these note cards, you can cut yourself a piece of cardstock to 7 inches by 5 inches and then score in half at the 3.5 inch mark. Okay, and I'm going to lay this down on the corner of my grid paper because I'm going to make a little line for myself that will help me align my flowers and my greeting. So I am going to, this card is going to be turned around in a minute, but I kind of like to use this side to measure from. So you're going to find, if you have a ruler and you don't have grid paper, you're just going to measure over 1 3/4 inches. So I'm going to make a little mark like that at the 1 3/4 inch mark. And I'm going to just make sure this is right on the corner right here. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw a line all the way from the top to the bottom. Okay, and then I'm also going to do a line, or I'm going to make myself a little mark 3/4 of an inch from the top right here. This is actually going to become the bottom. So basically I've taken my card front and I've made a line down the halfway mark. Okay, so now I'm going to turn it around, and now this line is going to be the front of the card here. So the first thing we're going to need is we're going to need the Baked Brown Sugar ink pad. This is one of the colors that will be retiring soon. I'm going to open it up and I'm going to take the Happy Blooming Birthday, and that is this greeting here in this stamp set, and I'm just going to ink it up. And this mark that I made here, which is 3/4 of an inch from the bottom, is going to be the mark that I'm going to line up the bottom of my stamp set with. The other thing I'm going to be lining up is the P from the Happy Birthday. That is going to be right down the middle of this line that's coming down here. So birthday is going to line up with the bottom mark, and the P is going to line up with the center. And so I can just stamp that. And now I know that this is pretty much dead center. And then I'm going to take my leaf, and this leaf is also in the stamp set. It's a stem and a leaf right here. And I'm going to take Pistachio Pudding, another color that's going to be retiring. This was such a great color collection. I just loved it. And so I'm going to just stamp that right along this line that's going up and down. I'm going to put the stem right down there, just a little bit above my Happy Bloomin' Birthday. And then I'm going to stamp twice more. I'm just going to bring this in just next to it. And then once more. You can line these up fairly easily because you can see where you're going. See, that looks, I mean, if I measured this was probably a little bit off, but it's so close you can't even tell. And because it's centered, it's going to look good. So now we're just going to need some cardstock, and these colors will also be retiring soon. We've got Strawberry Slush, Coastal Cabana, and Crisp Cantaloupe. And we're going to take our Petite Flower Punch. We're going to punch a flower out of each of those colors. You know, you can buy the ink pads and the cardstock in a color kit. It makes it easier to get. And don't forget to buy re-inkers when you're buying these colors, because that way the ink pads will last so much longer. So before we attach these flowers, it's the best time now is going to be to erase this line that you made for yourself. So I'm just going to carefully erase that line there, and it's like it wasn't ever there. Okay, and then we're going to take some of our Tombow liquid glue, and it's easiest or best to start off with the center flower because you want to make sure that's good and centered, and then the other flowers will just fall into place around it. So just stick that up top there. And then we'll take our little strawberry slush flower and put a little glue on the back of that one. And you might need to rotate. If you want, they can be bang on, but you can rotate the strawberry slush one a little bit. And that way we don't obscure too much of the Coastal Cabana flower. There we go. Crisp cantaloupe. These colors look just so fabulous together. I love them. Okay. All right. And now we just need to put one little embellishment on here. And I thought these jewel pearls would look perfect on here. And I just take my piercing tool. That's great for getting these little guys off and transferring them. So I can just kind of put it where I want it. And when I'm happy, I put my finger on there and then I can just move that off. It's just so much easier than trying to pick them up with your hands, especially the little tiny ones. The biggest ones you could probably do with your fingers, but the little ones, they are very hard to pick up without something to help you transfer them. Okay, and so now we just need to take our bone folder and just fold along the pre-scored line. And this bone folder is just going to help you crease that fold and keep it nice and flat. And there you go. A really quick but cute birthday card that uses just a few supplies. And all the supplies you'll need to make these cards are available for purchase on my blog. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Bye for now.